Yes, we are back. We are back. We are back.
Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me?
Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're just stopping by for the first time, I am Ruth Richard. Welcome. I love you. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're an OG. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I am so grateful. And of course, I love you all so much. So just as the title of this video already say, this is a life update video. So I'm here to give you guys all the tea of everything that has been happening to me. So for the newbies on my channel, I have been away from YouTube for a year plus now. Yes, it wasn't intentional at all to be away from YouTube for a year plus, but apparently life happened and here I am. We are back again. So I'm here to give you guys an update of what has been going on in my life. So where do I exactly start from? Let me take a deep breath for this one. Deep breath. So yeah, where do I exactly start from? Okay, so I'm going to go back. For the newbies on my channel, I was doing my service. Service is NYSC, National Youth Service Corps. So I was doing my NYSC in Ibadan. I used to live in Ibadan City before, but now your girl is in Lagos. We moved. It has not been easy, but yes, God has been faithful. So we moved to Lagos, Nigeria. We are currently in Lagos. That's where I live now. So back then, during my service here, I was actually working with an organization. So it all happened that particular day. This story is so funny because I literally can remember every single detail of how everything happened. It all began June 1st. That particular day, I wore white pant trouser. I wore a green top. I was looking all dapper, looking fine, cute, bouncing to work based on yes, HR and all of that good stuff. So I went to work that morning. I can't remember precisely if it's a Monday and all of that, but I went to work that morning. If there's something I remember clearly, that particular day, being the first day of the new month, we had prayers. I attend winners. I'm a winner member. So Papa prayed for us that morning, Bishop David Oyedepo. So like I carried the blessings from church to work and I was happy and all of that. So getting to work, I even did like a mirror video dancing. I was hyper. I don't know what's coming. I was dancing. I was being all hyper. I was doing my good stuff and all of that, attending to employees and all. So my boss called me and there you have it. He said, "Take, this is for you." Ah, what's that? This is for you. I collected it. He said, "Go to your office. When you get to your office, you would open it. Don't open it here." So I got to my office and boom. I'm laughing now because the story is is sounding sweet. Well, back then it wasn't sweet at all. Boom. I opened and I saw a termination letter. Eh? I'm being terminated. Why? For no reason at all. I was terminated from my job. No prior notice. I got to work that day. I just saw that. Take, this is for you. And there you have it, a termination letter. Next thing I did, I started crying. From the office, I started crying. And the way I was even asked to leave that office safe, as if up until now, I don't know what I did to them in that office, but I just know that I went to work that day and they gave me termination letter. They told me to pack my things. They told me to drop all of company's properties and all of that. And in my mind, I'm like, what's going on exactly? I was trying to ask, did I do anything wrong? Where am I coming from and all of that? But there was no answer to those questions. So I started crying. The first person I called that particular day was my sister. Shout out to you, Becca. So I called my sister that particular day and I was crying to her. I was saying, "Oh, Becca, this exactly for work." Exactly for work and all of that. So, of course, what would any sister do? She started encouraging me and she told me that I should calm down. I should not think don't think about it. I will think about it. That's my source of income. Oh, God. So, she started telling me that I should be calm. Another job will come and all of that. So, she shall like pampered me that particular day. Of course, I didn't want to go home because I was really down that particular day. In my years of working, mind you guys, like that was the first time I was losing my job, because I'm this girl who is known to be, anything you find yourself to do it well. I love doing my things like diligently to the best. Keyword is I love to stand out in anything that I'm doing. I love to put in my best. So seeing that I was terminated, first time in my how many years of experience I've been working, you understand, from my early days back then, it was a lot for me. And coupled with, initially I made a goal to myself that I was going to leave this particular company within this period of time. I told myself I was going to leave the company by August, September. That was the goal I had for myself. So now seeing the company giving me a termination letter, like that was unexpected. I didn't see that come. I called another friend, so he also encouraged me. He was telling that you lost your job. That's not the end of the world now. Stop crying. Something is another one come, of course. So I was just there. So fast forward, everything that happened, the first month went down. There was no job coming. I kept on, because my sister kept on telling me something that um keep job hunting, keep job hunting. Don't worry, you get a job, you get a job. In this story I'm sharing with you guys, I just want you guys to pick one or two things from inside, and I hope that you'll be able to learn from these things I'm saying, because these are real life experiences. You understand? I just want to put something out there. Your support system, number one, your support system, it matters a lot. Emphasis cannot be made on that. Your support system. The first month I lost my job, a friend of mine called me every single day of that month, because initially I didn't even want to tell anybody I lost my job, because of course it's not a good news to share, you understand. So I was keeping it to myself, trying to job hunt and do the necessary things that I could do. That first month, this particular friend of mine called me every single day that month, and sincerely speaking, it really meant a lot, because I knew how there were certain times that negative thoughts were always coming to my mind, but hearing that person call me just to check up on me, it really meant a lot. Your support system is key. People that will stick by you, ride by you any day, anytime. So fast forward, the first month there was no job. Second month there was still no job. I was not getting any job. I always put God first in everything I am doing. As far as this life is concerned, Ruth would always put God first. So that particular day, within that period of the second month, I broke down in my room. I was crying, because the fact that I kept on hearing a lot of persons, like a lot of persons, because we just finished NYSC now, we are just starting our life. So a lot of persons would always say, there is no job, there is no job, there is no job, this Nigeria, job no day, job no day. But in as much as those persons, they kept on saying that there is no job, job no day, Nigeria, this, that, blah, blah, all of that they were saying, there was something that was constant that I kept on saying to myself. I said, for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I would definitely get the job that I'm looking for. So that was one thing I kept on affirming to myself, that I was going to get the job I was looking for. So fast forward the second month, I broke down again. Like, I'm at home, I'm not doing anything. At some point, I was creating content, but later on, I just had this creative block, and I could not create any content again. I was just down completely, because I am known to work. How will I sit at home for 2 good months? I am not working. Content was not even doing any justice to it. Though I started experimenting in terms of content creation, I started experimenting on new things, because I felt like I am more than doing just beauty content. Let's see what else I can do. You understand? So I started experimenting on new things, which actually worked out. You understand? So that second month when I broke down, I had a conversation with God, and I was complaining. I was crying. Oh my God, I'm a very emotional person. So just so you guys know, I was crying that particular day at home, and I was talking to God. I was saying, God, why me? Why me? Why would all of these things happen? This, that. And God was so silent. Like, I didn't even hear God say anything. There was no response from him. Like, that particular day, it was so confusing. And I was like, what exactly is going on? So that particular day, in the evening of it, I went to church. And on getting to church, what's it called? I saw that there was an operation, Win So for Christ, something of that sort that they were doing at that particular period in time. So I decided to join them. to do Operation Win one. I think it's one winner one, so that's what they were doing at that point in time. So I decided to join them. So in our church in Winners, there's something that is key to us. Matthew 6, verse 33. Seek him first the kingdom of God, and every other thing shall be added unto you. So this time around, instead of me to pray for a job, I stopped praying for a job. Then I changed my prayer to I started praying for the church and I started evangelizing. So I would go out in the morning, I would share tracts, I would preach the gospel to people, I would talk because of course I know I have a good voice and I'm going to use my voice. If I'm not going to preach the gospel, what else am I going to do? So I'll share tracts in the morning, I'll talk to people about the gospel, come to church, invite them to church. I was just evangelizing basically, that's what I was doing. So I was not praying, mind you, I was not praying for a job, but I was still job hunting. I decided to key into Matthew 6, verse 33, which is seeking first the kingdom of God. I was basically doing the kingdom of God and decided to not put myself first and just focus on God. So fast forward, I started having interviews started coming. Like I said, in everything I would do in this life, I would always have a communication with God. So when I was having another conversation with God at some point, I started hearing Lagos. So I remember clearly that I called my mom and I told my mom that, mommy, I want to go to Lagos. So, and my mother said, no, what are you going to Lagos to do? Lagos is hustle and bustle. Will you be able to stay there? Can you cope? Why not settle in Ibadan? This, that. And I was so convinced in my heart and my spirit that the next step was Lagos, which is really, really crazy. I will come back to this, you guys. Rule number 2, if you don't have anybody in a new city, please do not move to that city because the bold step I took, I don't even know where that came from. I'm coming, you guys. I'll get back to this and why I said this particular thing. So I knew Lagos was the next step for me. And see, my support system, my family, my friends, oh my God. I spoke to my sister about it because my sister was doing like, just be applying for jobs. Where the job comes, you will go for the job. So, but I just knew that Lagos was the next step. So I started applying. I was always traveling to Lagos to come and do an interview from Ibadan. So when I was not working, there's no money, I'm burning transfer fare. Anytime I was coming for any interview in Lagos, I would always say, yes, this is the one, this is the one. Another thing you should take note from this story, it is not every, how am I going to put this? It is not everything that comes that would always be the one. No, there is a particular one that God is actually keeping for you and saying, my child, this is the one I want for you. So do not always be in a haste. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So there was this particular organization, like this organization is well known, it's a big organization. So there was this particular organization that I passed the first stage of the interview, I passed the second stage of the interview, and the third stage of the interview. It was just remaining for them to give me an offer letter. And I was also opportune to have the HR's number. All of a sudden, these people didn't call me. So remember I said I stopped praying for a job and I focused on praying for the church and also evangelizing. Then, because these particular people, like that was the last stage of the interview, I knew I was waiting for an offer letter. 3 weeks, they didn't call me. I changed my prayer back again and I started mentioning this organization name and I was saying, God, this organization, let them call me. This organization, let them call me. This organization, let them call me. They are the one. And meanwhile, that was not what God was preparing for me. The 3rd month passed. There was nothing from this organization. I was so heartbroken, like so painful. Another thing you should take from this story. See, you guys, if you are earning just peanuts from wherever you are working and you are planning on leaving that job, please do not leave, honestly speaking. Having no job, I don't know about any other person, but for me, having no job, oh God, I can't even see. I'm smiling now, yes, but having no job is a lot. Just manage the peanuts that you're collecting from that place first and be looking for another one. Don't say you want to leave the peanut that you're collecting, now sit at home without no job. No, please don't do that. I will never advise you to do that. Negative thoughts that come into my head. In as much as I would stand in the mirror to affirm certain positive words to myself, I was fighting it a lot. I'm so grateful for my support system. Honestly speaking, my support system, you guys are the best. I love you guys so much. So instead of just being idle like that, I started doing some volunteering stuff. So I was coming to Lagos because most of the volunteering jobs I was doing was in Lagos. I started doing some TV gigs. Yes, I was on TV at that period in time. So I was just trying to put myself out there in as much as I knew that there was no job. Then I came to Lagos for a particular volunteering job. Then that particular period I came to Lagos, I kept on telling God that because there was another organization that I applied for. I was just saying, okay, God, just give me something. At least let me have something to do, you understand? Because I was already tired of being at home because that was the third month I was at home. So I came to Lagos and I was telling God that, okay, God, place I have applied to, they should call me. I don't just want to go back to Ibadan just like that. And see, the way God strategically plans his things, oh God. The same Lagos I came to, that they did not call me for interview and all of that. The period I came for this volunteering job, I went to Ibadan. And when I got to Ibadan, I got a call that you have to come for another interview in Lagos. And I'm like, I just left Lagos and you're saying I should come back to Lagos again. I didn't tell the recruiter this, so I was saying this in my mind because I think at that point I didn't have money. So I called this particular friend of mine after the recruiter called me and said that I should come to Lagos for an interview. So I called and we checked. Of course, see, it's always good to check about the organization that you're applying for. Check about the organization, go to Nairaland, check for reviews, how the organization is like, so that you will know certain things and have tips ahead before you get to the organization. So we checked online. The organization seemed very okay, but the distance was a lot. So I was like, I was not going to go. And she actually advised me and she said, oh, why not give it a try? At least know that just come. If anything that wants to happen, let it happen. But just give it a try. That's what she kept on saying. So I came to Lagos, I prepared my things, I came to Lagos for the interview. And you guys, that's why I said the way God strategically plans his things. Oh God, see, you can't actually fathom it. Because when I got to this particular organization, you needed to see the way they welcomed me as if they knew me before. That was the first time I was actually coming to that place. They welcomed me. And the next thing, the person that was interviewing me said, oh, I have been waiting for you since. And I'm like, you have been waiting for me? In my mind though, are you sure you have been waiting for me? The interviewer said, I have been waiting for you since. Welcome. And I'm like, hey God, this has to be the one. Like there is nothing anybody was going to tell me. This has to be the one. So of course I did the interview and all of that. And you guys, lo and behold, hey God Almighty. I got the job finally, and yes, I was employed and all of the good stuff. So I had to move down to Lagos. So coming to Lagos, sincerely, I had nobody to stay with. Sincerely, left for me, I had nobody to stay with. So in my head, where was I going to stay? I don't know. But that's why he's our God, and of course, he prepares a place for us. So this particular friend of mine now told me that, oh, you can come stay in my place and all of that. See, people that would ride with you day in, day out, don't joke with them. Emphasis cannot be made on that. So now this is why I said that if you don't have anybody in a new city, in a new place, please do not move. Just be with your parents and try and make sure that you're gathering yourself first before you move out to any place. This is July. After this day I'm filming this video, this is July. It has been a lot, to be very honest with you guys, but like I would say, God strategically prepared every single thing, every step. The timing was so perfect and all. So I moved down to Lagos, I started my job, and it has been God all the way. To be very honest with you guys, God has been so faithful. So basically, that has been all that has been going on in my life. Because, and another thing why I couldn't really create content as at the time that I got the job, I was just, what's that in creative call it? I was blocked. I don't know what even happened, but I was not even ready to put out any content because I was still trying to find my feet. Omo, this city, this city is indeed a hustle bustle city. Like everybody's hustling and bustling, or how they say the English you get. So that was basically why I was not putting out any content. I was just trying to find my feet and trying to balance myself first. as at that point in my life, it was just about me, myself first. I'm just putting this story because initially I didn't want to share this story, like give a life update and all of that. I just wanted to come back to YouTube, like boom, yes, I'm back and all of that. But I just felt like one way or the other, somebody's going to learn something from this story. And mind you, you guys, there was something I kept on telling myself during the period I was waiting for my job. I kept on saying, waiting periods is a time to trust God even more, because there were so many temptations, several times. But the fact that I held on to God, I kept on believing, my faith was unshakable. I just kept on trusting God for a job, not just any job, oh, you guys, a good job. See, and also the words that you say, their spirit and their life. You say it as you want to see it. So I just believe that this story I'm sharing, one way or the other, this story is going to help somebody, and somebody is going to take something out of it, learn something, just in case maybe you lost your job or anything. So yes, that's why I'm putting this out there for you guys to know that yes, we are back, we are back, we are back, we are back, we are back. I am so happy, I am so excited that we are back. Like the joy in me, oh God, I am so happy that we are back. And of course, I want to say a very big thank you to 11,300 subscribers that we have currently. I love you guys so much, honestly. 11,300. If they were to gather 11,300 of us in a room, is it going to contain us? So thank you so much, guys, for always subscribing, and the newbies that we have in our channel. Thank you so much. I hope you have been able to learn. So for YouTube, the goal this year for YouTube is for us to build a community and for us to monetize our YouTube channel. Yes, we've been a YouTuber for this year is going to make it 4 years that we've been a YouTuber. So we want to monetize our YouTube channel this year, build a community. Building a community is number one, is key. So that's the goal. And also, you guys might be seeing most of short videos. I'm not so sure of long form content yet because I don't really know, but as the spirit leads, let me put it that way. But short form content, of course, you guys will be seeing a lot of that. So I hope you've been able to learn one or two things from this video. And just in case you're out there, you lost your job, you're trying to get a job, just trust God. Say it as you want to see it. Be specific about the job that you want. So this is me saying thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell another friend to tell another friend to tell another friend that yes, Ruth Richards is back. We are back, baby. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.